Hello friends, welcome to your new data analytics tutorial. So last time we talked about pandas library and we tried to create the new data structure as a numpy array. We created a new data structure using pandas, and that data structure is called as series. Okay, so here's the code of series. We have checked out we import the pandas, we import numpy, then created a list. Then using the pandas library, we used function series to create our series out of that list. Okay, so this is how we got our series, and in the series we can actually traverse as we traverse in list, tuples and dictionary using the for loop. Then we created a random number, and then uh, again created a series and gave it our index number. Okay, and not actually gave our index number. The index number here has been taken automatically or assigned automatically by pandas, but here down there we created a series and assigned the index also as per our own wish. Okay, so now today, though we have a lot to do in series if we talk about data manipulation, but if we'll move that much into it, then it won't be analytical part, because analytical part is more of mathematical part. But I have told you about series good enough so that you will be able to um, access things or create the things in terms of series on your own. So I think that's enough introduction for series. And one more thing, we have assigned index here. This is our custom provided index for our series, that is this num underscore series. Okay, so now we want to, this num underscore series uh, underscore 2. If we run it, we'll get this. Okay, but now we want to access our series data using index. So we have the index 5. Okay, 5. If we run it, we'll get 3, because the element on index 5 is 3. So this is our index which we provided in a custom manner here. And then later on, the second column, which is actually the very first column of this whole stuff, is our data, the real data, the actual data which we created. Okay, so this is how we are accessing data using the index of that series. Okay, fine. So now there's another concept, or the better concept, or the one of the most important concept around which whole data analytics and whole machine learning and everything would be revolving around. And that concept, a lot of people may have heard about it, is called as data frame. Okay, so data frame is a very high level of data structure, and it is actually kind of a table. Okay, in real world we have excel tables like this type. We have this excel table. Okay, uh, so till now we were doing all the kind of analytical part using this excel sheet. Okay, so scientists thought about what should be the or the way how which by which we can actually have this Excel sheet in Python. Then that concept by which, or the methodology by which we can get Excel like data structure in our Python library, and the object which we create, which will be which would be like similar to Excel sheet in Excel in Python, then that thing is called as data frame. Okay, so this is your Excel, this is also an object. Okay, this is your data frame, which is also an object, but this is the part of Python. So the the object which we or the in the table in Excel sheet is called as like table in Excel, but when the same thing or the same kind of thing we have to represent in Python, then that thing is called as data frame. Okay, so you can say this Excel table is equal to data frame. And interesting part here is data frame concept doesn't come from Python. Data frame concept come from older language called as R, which is very popular nowadays also, and that programming language is kind of in competition with Python for data visualization and machine learning. Okay, so lot of time you will see this kind of thing versus Python. So if you talk about the analytics, data visualization, and machine learning part, then these two languages are on par with each other, and the other language which is following these languages, Julia. Although this language isn't popular that much in India, but Julia programming language is quite awesome. I myself have done it. So here the concept of a data frame, which is like the table representation in the programming language, is called as data frame, and it also have columns, it also have rows, just like as any other Excel table. So this concept, the data representation or the table representation in the form of programming language, is data frame, and that concept comes from our programming language. Rest of the programming language, including Python, including Scala, including Julia, all these programming language also have data frame, but these concept of data frame has been taken by all these programming language from the R programming language. So now you understood what is data frame. Okay, so data frame is basically your table only, but in programming language. Fine, and it has all the properties of table, that is columns, and this is rows. Okay, so we are doing our data analytical part using Python programming, so we'll be learning data frame in Python. But when I'll be running my data analytics using R, then I'll be teaching you about data frame in R also. But if some people wants to learn about the data frame in R, then they can watch my tutorials in R. I have these tutorial like in Java. I have tutorial in Apache Maven. I have tutorial in Python. I have tutorial in R. So whoever, all those people who have watched my R tutorial or are interested in my R tutorial, they can go and visit and learn R programming from my tutorials, and there you will find the concept of data frame. Okay. So now it's time to create our data frame in our Python environment ourselves. So okay, yeah. So we have created, let's create another series. My underscore series one pd dot series. Fine. This is our series. Okay. And if you print this series, this will give us the data like 31756, and this is automatically provided index for this series. Okay. Now we will be converting our series into the data. Okay, so my df1, this is my data frame 1 pd dot data frame. Fine, and inside it will be passing a list, and that list will have key, sorry, not list, inside this will be passing a dictionary. And as you already know that in the dictionary have two component, one is the key and other is your value. So inside this dictionary, our series is gonna be our value. So list, so our key part would be the column name. Okay, So let's have the key name as marks, and my series is our value. So this is our key part, and this is our value part. So using our series, we are creating a data frame, and this in this data frame, to create a data frame, we are passing the dictionary into this function, this data frame function, and inside the dictionary we are passing a key and a value, and the key would be your column name, the name of the column which will appear after the data frame will be created, and the value part is your series itself. Okay, fine. Now we'll be running this part, and when we'll be printing it, this is our data frame. Okay, so you can see that this is different than this thing. This is a series. We can check it out using type function, my underscore series. This is our series, this is our panda series, but this our data frame. Okay, and data frame is a table representation in any programming language. So this is how we create data frame, and we have a lot of things to do, because most of the things in data analytics roam around or move around data frame only. And so data frame is a very important concept, and this concept, as I already told you, was there in R, and it is right now in R again. R is an amazing programming language for data analytics, visualization, and machine learning, and Python is equally amazing language. But the concept of data frame came in Python from R itself. Okay, so data frame is a very important concept. You must learn about it, and try some new things on your own. Try some different ways of creating the things. Here I just have created a single column in our data frame. You can create more column in data frame. Just try that thing. So that's it for the day, and keep learning, keep practicing, and as usually I say, education is one of the very important kind of a boon for any human being, and it is our fundamental right to have education. I think in my country, not thing actually, I know according to our constitution, in my country education is the fundamental right. It should reach to each and every kid, person, or anyone who is willing to learn. So I think in most of the other countries also, education is basic fundamental rights. So keep learning, keep practicing, teach others who are willing to learn, keep teaching yourself, keep upgrading yourself, and just keep moving and keep practicing, because education is a beautiful thing, is a beautiful thing. Okay, so we'll meet next time, and till then, keep practicing, keep failing, because failing is one of the best part of learning. Okay, fine. Bye bye. Have a nice day.